As I said, we are busy with TLB and then looking whether this move by TLB, and then if you look at the history in terms of OJ Mabizela, remember OJ, he left when he was very, very young. And then if you compare the two, it's a similar arrangement. OJ played only one season, then he went to England and played one of the big team in Tottenham Hotspurs. And he was not like a fringe player. It was a player that they really relied on. And then, fame went to, I don't know, it went to his head, and then his outside the pitch behavior distracted him. Now, TLB, I've been saying it, if you remember quite well, that I see a very bright future in him. And then I'm not surprised that he signed with a team in MLS. It's up to you. How do you view it? I see MLS being a very competitive competition, as you could hear in the earlier video that we did. And I must say, you'll be surprised you don't see Pete. Pete had to do other things quickly, which were very necessary, that needs his attention. So we apologize on behalf of Pete. And the other thing that I want to apologize, our pictures are not as bright as usual. It seems as if we have a problem, technical issue, which I will attend immediately after doing the show. So don't get surprised when you see sometime it goes dark and then it brightens up after a while. So now I want to understand, if you are to advise TLB, what would you say? What you would say to TLB to say, look, you are going to America now, and then you'll be earning a good money, and then what should happen? Because we don't want to see, him coming back, and then now we don't see him growing. What happened to OJ, it was not something that we're all wishing that it happened. No, you know what? It's not that we are making a mockery out of OJ. As I always say, we regard our show as a show that has to educate. We try to educate as much as we can, and then because people learn from the past, you learn from others, and then you avoid those mistakes to be repeated. So, but I have a very good confidence in TLB. For me, he looks like a young man who can, make us proud, and we are looking forward to that. Um, and then I'm sure. Then the question that I've been asking, if you are to advise him, what can you do? Because sometimes these players, they are destroyed by the fans. Ne? Sometimes it's not deliberate. The fans are happy, and then when they are happy, they come to you, they offer you so many things. They offer you alcohol, they offer you girls, everything. Everything becomes easy for you. All right. Now it depends as a person, how do you treat those issues? All right. Because you don't make your money now as you are playing. You'll make your money when you retire, because it will be due to your branding. You know what? I can tell you now that Doc Kumar is making more money now, more than when he was playing. All right? Because his brand is so intact. Because of his brand is so intact, then you make money. And to keep your brand intact, it's not easy. It's all about behavior. It's all about how do you conduct yourself. We wish Mbokazi well. I'm saying Mbokazi is going to one of the best league. It's a best league. That's my opinion. And then look, Mbokazi is gonna play with Lionel Messi. I'm sure a lot of people they wish that that can happen in their lives. All of us, we all want to meet Lionel Messi. I mean, your Pope uh, gave him a call. They wanted to meet him. I saw Donald Trump also going there, wanted to meet him. So I'm sure TLB also is his wish because meeting a player of Lionel Messi's caliber, and then maybe those accolades will brush on your shoulder. It will have an influence. So he'll be facing Lionel Messi, when Ngota will be facing Cristiano Ronaldo. These are two phenomenon in football which can have a very positive impact on our youngsters. So yeah, we are looking forward to the TLB. And then again, let's talk about the squad. These are the 51 men squad that has been selected by Hugo Bros. And then we have about 4 players from Kaiser Chiefs. Maybe Kaiser Chiefs fans this time will chill out a little bit. But he's still going to trim that squad from 51 to 23. And then I've been saying it, those who knows where I'm coming from as far as this thing of Hugo Bros. Hugo Bros, he put his point across to say, this is what I want. And for me, I say, as long as he's winning, what else? What else? He's winning is like a Pirates coach, Ogwadu. People are having, we're having reservation. Why is he doing? Why is he rotating? But he's winning. What is important is to win. People don't win the second best. They always, I mean, people remember the number one, the best. They don't remember the second best. So it won't help. For me, Hugo Bros is doing exceptionally well. I'm quite happy with what he does. And then, yeah, so let's give him a chance. Let's allow him. And then he also had something to say about Mkulisi. I see when I check on social media, even Sundowns fans, they're not happy that Mkulisi is not playing at Sundowns, all right? Then he says he prefers Mkulisi ahead of Mteto from Kaiser Chiefs. And I know that Chiefs fans are going to be unhappy with this. But that is his opinion, his wish. He prefers Mkulisi. He feels that Mkulisi will be the replacement for Tembazwane. But unfortunately, Sundowns don't use Mkulisi. So he says he needs more game time. So we wish that probably um, Sundowns will start now using Mkulisi because Mkulisi is still very young. That's another thing that you need to take into consideration. So if he's not playing, then you ask yourself, what's happening? Why is Mkulisi not playing? And a Sundowns coach, I'm sure you must start now to reflect. Reflect is one of our R words. Reflect, and then, but another thing, as I said, Sundowns coach is winning. So what else? All right, he's winning. I hope it won't come back and bite him. That okay, fine, you are winning, but these are some of the shortcomings in terms of your selections. You were not considering the players whom we think they need to be considered. So let's hope that it won't come back and haunt. You know, it won't come back and haunt um, the coach, Hugo Bros. But if you ask me where I'm coming from, I'm happy so far with what Hugo Bros has done with Bafana. So me, I'm quite excited, and then he's doing well, and then yeah, we are looking forward to everything. Remember, we always tell you that we are a financial company, and then our job is to educate. That is why even when we do sports, we try to see where is the education? So don't think that I'm just bashing Mbokazi. I want him to be a very good boy. I want him to come out being a star and then whom we can use as a reference. Look at Lucas Khatebe, the way he treated his branding. Rue, even today, is still regarded highly in England. Leeds United, they adore him. And then, he's got a lot of accolades. It's how do you treat yourself? If you want to be remembered, you must keep your name clean. It's difficult. And then for those who are Christians, we say, according to Christianity, only Jesus Christ was clean. The rest of us, it's very difficult to keep that standard. But we need to try our best. Now, let me give you the books that we have. The first one that I want to share with you is this one, How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. You can do the same. If one person can do it, what will stop you to do it? Anyone can do it, okay? It's just by learning. We all have to learn. And then the other one is this one by Nom Summers Google. The book is called Entrepreneur Awakening with a Drive. Nomsa hails from Emalahleni Wheatbank, to be precise. She's in the hospitality business, but she also has other business like consulting and so on. She does quite a number of things, and she's a woman of God. She's involved in the community of Emalahleni. She does a lot, in Emalahleni. The other book is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. You know what? I can't wait to start writing other books because that's what I really enjoy. I want to write other books. Just I just have to complete my diploma that I'm busy with. So once I've completed my diploma and then I've done what is necessary to be done, thereafter I'm gonna go back and write books because I enjoy leaving knowledge behind so that people can learn to avoid the mistake that we did and learn from there. Here is another one that you can get. It's called How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money by Dr. Darlene Small. This is a lady who worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as an advisor to governors of the Reserve Bank. So maybe you need to lay your hands to the book and learn. Get a perspective from the Reserve Bank. Okay, you need to learn. Yesterday I visited my accountant because I wanted to talk to him about something else. Remember, you cannot know everything. So that is why you always have to surround yourself with specialists, people who are knowledgeable in other fields. I went there. When I went there, I saw something that I read long time, the hot money. I did not understand what the hot money is. I don't know whether it was Robert Kiyosaki's book or it was James Richard's book. He was saying, especially if you're in the property business, you must follow the hot money. Let me tell you what does that mean. The hot money, he says, business, big business, they have that capacity of killing a town. And I'm sure some of us who are in Joburg, we have seen it, or we are here in South Africa. There is a place here next to me, Isando. It was, it was bars with factories, it was bars with warehouses and so on. Then everything moved out, as if somebody said, go out, all of them. They all went to Midrand. And then Isando was now a ghost town. Very dull. I know there was a brewery, it moved to Sentin. There's quite lots that changed. So when that happens, they call it the hot money. The hot money moved from Isando to Midrand. And then even Johannesburg, the hot money moved from Johannesburg to the north. Your Sentin, all those areas, we started seeing Sentin now improving. Now, whether it was James Rickard or Robert Kiyosaki who was saying, you need to follow the hot money, especially when you are into property business. If the hot money do this, then follow it. Now, as I was in Isando, my accountant has acquired an office there. And I saw that a lot of warehouses have started to be opened again there. And then I said, now I see the movement of the hot money now. So in other words, remember when they come back, they come those warehouses cheap because that town was now you know, destroyed. Let me put it that way. Destroyed for a lack of better words. It was down. The economy was down. Now they're starting to build in Isanda. I see now new buildings are coming, and I'm sure some of us who stays here we could see that there was Gautrain next to the airport. That tells you the airport was revamped. That's the hot money. You follow the hot money. So that's another lesson that you should learn. Um, so another book is this one. It's called Secrets for Becoming Rich. This one is the second and first edition. You can get it only from us. And then the one that I said, how to turn 500 rand, how I turn, not how to turn, how I turn 500 into a million rand business. So that one, you can get it as a hard copy. You can also get it from Amazon as an ebook. So I'm still looking at converting even others to ebooks so that all the books can be found in an ebooks. So those were the news around the financials. And not only that, and then we also have what we call a membership club. Membership club, that's where we mentor those who want to learn about money. And then you can join a membership club, then we mentor you. And then, yeah, it's a whole lot of process. Now we go to the subject that I love most. That's the Messi special. Um, I think the last show I never did the Messi special. But before I talk about the Messi special, I think I touched on the subject when I was talking to Pete the other day. I said, Neymar for me, he should have at least received one Ballon d'Or. Neymar for me should have at least received Copa America medal, World Cup medal. Because if I look at Neymar, it's my opinion. I see Neymar was ahead to Lionel Messi. That's my opinion. Well, he wouldn't have been better than Ronaldo. If you ask me in my hierarchy, number one is Lionel Messi, and followed by Cristiano Ronaldo. And then I saw Neymar in that bracket. But Neymar never lived to expectation. And sometimes this is brought by the decision we make in life. I always say decision is very important. Now, when I talk about money, I talk about 4 Ds. It's discipline, dedication, determined, decisiveness, and decision. When you make a decision, you must remember any decision that you make, there will be results. Okay, it depends how do you look at results. Some other people, when they see results, they collapse. Other people, they learn from results. Said, oh no, things didn't go well. What can I learn from it? So I think there was a mistake done. The mistake was when Neymar decided to join PSG. I have nothing against PSG. And then I'll show you where Pogba said, after they've played, I think one of the games, he went to the dressing room to go and see both Messi and Neymar. And then he said to Neymar, Neymar was saying, I'll be leaving. And then he said to him, once Neymar said that, he saw Messi changing. His face changed, meaning he was not happy with what he's hearing. Then Pogba, this is the peak. Then Pogba said, if I were our Neymar, I would have listened to what Messi said, because Messi see football different from the rest of us. He sees things that we don't see. Then apparently Messi even went to an extent of saying, I'll make you winning the Ballon d'Or. And remember, he hasn't just said that only. He said to Suarez, I'll make you win the Golden Boot. And he made it a point that Suarez win the Golden Boot. So Neymar left, and apparently his father was against it. Few people were against it, but I think he was looking at the bucks. The money was too huge. Remember, up to this point in time, Neymar's price is still the highest price. No one has broken that record. So this brings a lesson to say it's not all about money all the time. Because the news that I received, I think 2 days ago, was Neymar got another injury on an ankle that was giving him a problem that laid him off for too long. Now the next question is, should Neymar continue to play or should he decide to to retire? I know that they were working towards him reconnecting with Messi at Inter Miami, but apparently Inter Miami, had reservations due to these injuries. So if you were in your corner, what would you do? How were you going to advise Neymar to do? So that's another thing. Maybe we need to learn out of that. Now, another good story is this. Messi's son is called Matteo. Matteo, he scored 4 goals. He scored 4 goals. They were losing 6-4. He scored 4 goals and 1 assist. They ended up winning 6-4. So some people are saying, like father, like son. I used to hear that while Jomo was playing. He was so good, and one of the nicknames was like father, like son, because we are told that his father was very great. And then we know now that Inter Miami, they have a date that soon they'll be finished with the stadium. Their first game will be on the 4th of April, the opening game. Lionel Messi, let's hope no injuries between now and that time. He'll be playing at that stadium. And we know that also Barcelona, they've just finished a stadium. They want Lionel Messi to be the one who creates that stadium. So we'll see. We'll watch the space very closely as I'm sharing the Messi special with you. And then, let's see. Um, this is the other thing. Messi and Suarez, they've bought a team in Uruguay. So that team has won the league. And the Deportivo LSM. LSM is Lionel and Luis Suarez Messi. So that's the name of the team. They bought it early this year, and then they've won the division, which is Division D, and now they are going to the next tier. So so the man is continuing to write history, and what I like about him, he doesn't disappoint his friends. He's always sharing with his friends, and then here's another one that I want to share with you is they say let's discuss truly the iconic historic player transfer. Inter Miami won the first title league when Messi came there. He also won the Ballon d'Or while he was there. He has just won the Golden Boot in MLS. Inter Miami won the Supporters' Shield with Lionel Messi as the absolute MVP of MLS. And we now know that even this year's MVP, definitely, there's no doubt about it, he will net it. And he will be the first player to take MVP in MLS back to back. So now they've just qualified for interconference final in their history with Lionel Messi. And then on top of that, Lionel Messi is already Inter Miami all-time top goal scorer of 77 goals with 40 assists. And when Lionel Messi was signed, Inter Miami were just one of the worst teams in the United States. Today, with the Argentinian genius as the leader, they are living the golden era of the club. He changed the history of the franchise. Not even only the league, but the franchise itself. I know Pete said he wanted to share some news with me. Let me check those news that he wanted to share with me so that I can share the news quickly before. Let's see. But I haven't seen this. Said he sent it to me. No, I don't see that email. Okay. Okay. There was a news that he's supposed to share with me, but it's fine if I don't see it now, and then we'll do it on Saturday, because we are also trying to understand the MLS. Very difficult league to understand. We want to know what's happening. There's Eastern, there's Western, and then there's MLS Cup. So we are trying to understand so that we can bring those news to you and just to educate you to understand. Our job is to give education. I hope you enjoyed this show. This was the second part of it. Yes, we said we'll do it 2-part. The first one was supposed to be 10, but it looks like we took more than 10 minutes. But we'll get better as we go on. Give you the first one, a very short thing. Then the next one is it's in depth. So in other words, after looking the first one, if you still want to get more information on the topics that we touched, then you can go to the next one. This one will be posted a little bit later. The other one, it has already been posted. And then please continue to subscribe and like, and then please let's hear your comments. So this is now I'm coming to the end of the show, but I know very well that we are together. On Sam, Rotle, Singwe, Remoho, the beat goes on. Thank you. Hello everyone, we are back. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services, which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees, age 55 and above, who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind. How do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Allen Gray on this product, on this project. So Allen Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.
Kgotsong, ke le tsebetsa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy.